Hello Cancer, hello and welcome into your general tarot card reading for the last 2 weeks of February. Because February is such a short month, I combined last 2 weeks together, so this reading is covering the 16th to 28th. And Cancer, you have a very interesting cards over here, and the message is very interesting as well. So you have Six of Swords, you have an Eight of Pentacles, you have a Five of Pentacles, and this fourth card is a rune. It's called Perth. It talks about fate, but also it's talking about things they are concealed, or speaks of secret things, and has a very deep meaning. And there are certain things they are concealed or hidden or secret from you that you're not aware of. And this is to do with a decision that you might have taken. When you might have taken the decision, and this is Six of Swords over here. Six of Swords is representing this decision to moving away from difficult situation, and I'm going to come back in a minute. And that's that decision, the reason for it might not have been fully informed, or you choose to make a decision to move away, but it's that might have been a very good decision at the time, but in long run you should be really it almost feels like you haven't wrapped up all things, you haven't sought them all out, and it's almost like there's something that have been left out before making that decision moving away. It's going to nip you in the bud, but they will pass. This is to be solved, is to not worry, is to about understanding. It's almost what they try to tell you. Look back, revisit what has happened, what is it that you have missed. And for some of you it might be legal, some of you haven't sorted out certain things, the certain things hasn't been served or left unsaid, unresolved. Why I'm saying this, because with the Six of Swords over here, Six of Swords is representing let's put it a family unit. You can see it as a family unit, and the ferryman is holding this black pole. The pole is black, so it's representing sometimes unconscious action. So we're doing things sometimes because that is our behavioral pattern, because that's what we're used to do. So something happens and our reaction is as such. It's almost like on autopilot. We don't think about what we're doing sometimes. It's just a kind of, Pavlov's reaction. It's almost like automatic, without thinking. And because that woman, that figure, it's kind of covered, so she's not showing herself, she's not showing her emotions, she's kind of, this piece of clothing is kind of shielding her from whatever has happened. So she's like, I don't want to take any part of it. And those Six Swords ahead of her, they might be representing her way of thinking, but also sometimes limitations, things that we chose to take on board. We're taking it as certain situation cannot be fixed. They might be talking, the Six might be talking about our own perception of our own limitations, of our self-worth, so on and so forth. So there's something there that it's going to require to be fixed, to be addressed, so to speak, because the Six of Swords, it's talking about also a travel. So you might be moving on from something, and this movement might be a physical journey, or could be a mental journey. It also speaks about resolution of difficulties. It also speaks about adjustment. However, whatever has happened here, this is something has been missed out. Basically, that's how I feel, and that's how this is coming across over here. And because of that decision, you're going to have those six of swords. It just came to me. Might be also indication of end of partnership or relationship for some of you. Might be talking about the pressures they are being put on us due to our working life and on career front. But also what the six is talking and is kind of wanting you to take into the consideration, it's to recognize your own strength, your own personal development, also your abilities and skills that you are able to develop, grow during the difficult time that you might have been experiencing over here, and is to say that made you a stronger person, and you'll be able to deal with whatever you're going to be faced with in the future. But what they say that this movement, this overcoming, it's going to be a process. And because it's going to be process, and it's not always going to be an easy process, because, you know, with the Eight of Pentacles, there's a lot of work, hard work involved. With the Five of Pentacles, there might be some kind of feeling of, you know, you might be struggling financially. You might feel being left on your own. There might be a number of reasons, and I'm going to do the deep dive into it in a minute. However, this might be highly also frustrating, because you might kind of have that feeling that I heard robbed, but I don't really think the robbed it will be right decision, right the description. You might felt like forced to make that decision, but this is. But that decision was not serving you. So that situation, was not serving you. So that would be not healthy to stay in it. So you made the right decision. It's just that certain things might be done in too much haste, and I think that's what is. That's why I think is bugging me here, because this is keep going on and on and on about something that hasn't been, or maybe, just maybe, that the decision maybe hasn't been made by you, and you're not aware about, or it's not either clear or obvious why this decision has been made. So you might be, somebody might cut the cords with you. So that might be to do job, relationship, friends, family. Somebody just cut you loose and you don't know why. But there's another way. This was not serving you, and this should be left alone. Because it's nothing you can do to fix that person's decision. However, if it's something to do with you, it's not about fixing either situation or decision, but there is still something within it that you can do to benefit yourself. Something that can be addressed, or you can take away, or you're going to turn around and say, I would like to still address this in order to move on. That's what's coming through. So with the Eight of Pentacles is showing someone who is tolling, somebody who is doing this very mundane, routine, sometimes boring kind of job, and he is putting his back into it. Basically, he's just highly committed to do whatever is needed to be done. That's what the Eight of Pentacles is speaking of. Also, Eight of Pentacles is speaking about strength, authority, and prosperity. but it's all about building prosperity, because the way how he looks, how he's dressed, this is not kind of representing prosperity as yet. This is all about building the financial security. And this is a positive card because this is representing positive change, and this is talking about this building of this strong foundations, and having a hope for a better future, and to have, actually is speaking about to have that kind of belief and very positive outlook when it comes to the future. However, with those Five of Pentacles, this might be not the straightforward, easy process, and whatever is going to happen, whatever financial difficulties you might be enduring, that will come to the pass, because there's still things that are not hidden, or somebody is not informing you about certain things. It's either somebody wants to keep you in the dark, or it's almost what I'm hearing, you have to seek advice, you have to seek help. And that is illegal, if that is to do with the finances, is to do with your job, whatever is to do with any financial, material aspect of your life, you have to seek help. And if one door is closed, doesn't matter, go and open another. That's what I'm hearing. It doesn't matter, go open another door. And also, for some of you, the indication here is to either learn new skills, to develop new abilities, to develop new... For some of you, it's going to be about either becoming self-employed, or for some of you, it's going to be all about starting earning aside money coming for your hobby, and kind of redirecting your career over here, redirecting your skill set. That's what I heard as well. So with the Five of Pentacles over here, Five of Pentacles is sometimes representing this defeat, and the Six of Swords is also sometimes denoting moving on due to the defeat, due to the feeling of loss. However, the defeat or loss is highly, definition of it is highly subjective. This is not objectively saying, well, you might perceive something as a defeat, but actually it might not necessarily be the case. So please bear this in mind. Also, Five is talking, sometimes it's talking about the despair. It's talking about the low self-esteem. Might be talking about some kind of emotional problems. So there might be problems to do with alienation, depression. Might be talking about the loneliness and troublesome thoughts and financial insecurity, self-sabotage to a certain degree, or success or fear of the success and the fear of the failure. So that might be linked with the Eight of Pentacles here and the Six of Swords as well. This is a general reading, Cancer. A lot of things are coming through. Equally, lack of faith. So lack of faith might be linking with this rune, because things are not clear. That might be to do with things being not clear over here. And Five is one of those numbers. They're representing the human element. Five is representing the human element. Five is representing this place that we are neither here or there. Sometimes it is representing this one step forward, two steps back kind of situation. And sometimes we might kind of, it might come across, because it's an aspect of Pentacles, so it's an aspect of our body, material realm. It's representing where we feel that our freedom, our self-expression cannot be expressed. And this might be because the lack of self-expression, self-freedom is kind of limited. There might be, and just might be, we might react to it as we we might feel helpless when it comes to the situation. But what Five of Pentacles is talking in its essence, this will come to the past. This is only temporary. Whatever is happening is just a phase. And even though you might feel things might be uncertain, some of you might go to see psychics, some of you might go and see fortune tellers, some of you might be listening to this reading because you want to have a hope, you want to have this almost certainty things are going to change, and they will, but you have to help it. It's all about you either helping yourself, you asking for help, you looking for advice, understanding the nature of the problem, because I think this is something to do with the nature of the problem, because it's almost like I see it as a cause and an effect over here, but also what I'm feeling and what is coming, it's all about if you're going to think and focus on negative aspects, more negative aspects you're going to see. So it's almost like you have to flip the situation, not focusing on what you don't want, it's to focus on what you want. And that's what came through very strongly for you, Cancer, in this reading. So that is the overall message for you, Cancer. Stay tuned and bye for now. If this reading has resonated with you, please like, comment and subscribe to my channel. If you would like to book a private reading with me, please feel free to go to my website www.tarotwithmishka.co.uk, or alternatively you can email me at mishka@tarotwithmishka.co.uk. If you'd like to find me on Facebook, just simply type in Tarot with Mishka. I would like to say a massive thank you for tuning in, and bye for now.